Alright. First off, I want to say that the like goal for the video that I made a like goal did not get fucking met. Not even close. It's bullshit. What the fuck? 50,000 likes. It shouldn't be so fucking hard. What's wrong with you people? Let's get it this time, right? Now, in today's video, I would like to discuss three things. First, I would like to explain what it was that I had said previously that I had somewhat ordered and that I don't think I'm going to get at this point. So I'll tell you guys what it was. Second thing, I would like to discuss somebody that I think has made a very poor choice. And there should have been consequences that there was not. And lastly, I want to tell you guys my experience with Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen. Right? For those of you who might have just jumped into this thinking to yourself, oh, I just want to hear about Chrissy Teigen. Believe me, suffer through the rest. It'll be fun. Alright. And here we go. First thing, what I ordered. When Donald Trump was running for president in 2016, there was a commercial that said, text Trump to this number for updates on what's going on. And I was like, oh, that'll be great, right? Because I was, kind of starting to lean this direction. And so I was like, that could be very funny. I've kept it going because, I don't know. I figured at some point there might be something there that could be interesting. And it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. But I got this text a couple weeks ago that was, get your Donald Trump gold card by donating at least $35, right? And I was like, and I looked at it, and it was like, it had a picture of a card with an eagle on it. It said Donald Trump, and it was gold, And I was like, oh my God, are they actually going to send me like a Donald Trump fan club gold card? You remember in the day, like, I used to be part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan club, and that came with a card, right? And it came with a sweet bandana, and it came with other shit, a little comic book, came with all sorts of stuff, right? And that was fucking awesome. And I was like, you know how fucking hysterical it would be to get a Donald Trump fan club gold card. So I would have Donald Trump coin, and then I would have Donald Trump card. And Donald Trump card would become a character on the show because I think that would be funny. And because I have inanimate objects as characters on my show, because we objectify people here. So, or no, we people objects. That's right. So yeah, I thought it would be fantastic to have a fucking Donald Trump club card. Like, I don't know. It just made me laugh, and it cost me $35. I donated it to the campaign. I ain't gonna fucking vote. I got better shit to do. So, I'm doing my part, at least a little bit. Fight the good fight for Donald Trump. I gave him $35 in the hopes of getting a gold card. Now, why do I not think at this point I'm going to get it? It's only been a couple of weeks. It took me like 20 years to get my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, membership pack. It took forever, because remember, I was like 12. So it took forever for that shit. I'd forgotten about it by the time it came in. I was so happy, right? Why do I not think I'm going to get it? Because, like, the next day, I get a text from Don Jr. It said Don Jr., right? It's telling me, by name, Andrew, your gold club membership has run out. And I'm like, it was like a day ago that I fucking joined. So I don't think I'm getting the card. And I was like, that's kind of a fucking, that's bullshit. Why did my gold club membership run out after a day? Why is it only good for a day? It's like a Binding of Isaac item. It's good for this room. Then fuck off after that. Like, whatever. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to get that. And I was going through old comments today that I haven't got a chance to answer yet, answering them. And somebody was like, what, it's been a week, I want to remind you. So now it's been 2 weeks. And here we are. That's what it was. I was going to get a little gold card. I thought that was just going to be fucking hysterical. Like the meme was going to be great, right? But I don't think it's happening because Don Jr. has told me my fucking gold membership, $35 apparently only gets you 1 day. It's an exclusive fucking club. So, whatever. I can't afford it. So I'm not re-upping my membership to the Donald Trump Gold Card Club because $35 a day is expensive. There's a pandemic going on right now. People are starving and should die and shit. You can't be throwing $35 away every day for fucking Donald Trump. That's ridiculous. So, yeah. Whatever. So there's that. Second thing.
Can you count, suckers? I say the future is ours. If you can count.
So, I was at work today, right? And I don't know why, but the thought just flashed into my head that I would have fucking thrown Gimli right out of that fucking boat. Now, let me explain. Who's Gimli? For those of you who don't know, it's Lord of the Rings. The fuck? So, in Lord of the Rings, you have to have the extended edition with all the extra scenes and shit. This was stuff that was cut out, right? When they're leaving the Wood Elf village, after they're done talking to that bright bitch, whatever the fuck she is. Once they're done talking to her and they leave, alright? Can't even think of the actress's name. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. Once they're done talking to her dumbass, they all fucking get in these boats and they're paddling down this river, right? And they're all talking about the shit that they were given, right? Sam got sweet-ass elven rope that, like, can untie itself, but fucking hold a good knot while you need it to, shit like that, magic rope, right? So some of them got like Aragorn got, like, a fucking dagger, like this sweet-ass dagger. They all got these kick-ass cloaks that make them fucking look like rocks and shit when they need to. They all got sweet-ass shit. Lay them this bread that's gonna last you forever! Right? This fucking bottle that lights up and scares spiders. Fucking all manner of great shit they're getting, right? And they ask Gimli, what'd you get from her? Right? And then they play this scene of the chick walking up to Gimli and looking at him and going, what could an elf possibly offer a dwarf? Now that's an invitation for some shit. When the elf queen, when the wood elf fucking queen looks at you and says, what could I possibly offer you? Get imaginative, man. You know what he asked for? A fucking hair from her head. And then he wistfully goes, and she gave me 3. Man, I'd have thrown his fucking ass out of the boat. He got a dagger, I got a sweet ass cloak and this bottle that lights up. We got bread, we got all manner of great shit, magic fucking rope. And you ask for a fucking hair? What? You could have asked to be taller, you shithead. What is wrong with you? Ugh. I don't know why. Just for some reason that shit flashed into my head today, like all at once. And I was like, I'd have thrown that motherfucker out of the boat. It's bullshit. So, thing 3. Like Gimli's third fucking shit ass hair. Right? Chrissy Teigen. Now, Chrissy Teigen is a name from the long, long past. Right? It's in my head, not somebody I think about. Right? I hear about Chrissy Teigen. She's just all about shitting on Donald Trump. Right? She jumped on that bandwagon. Oh my god, other people are getting famous and renowned for this. If I can get this asshole to mention my name on TV, that'd be great. Right? I could pick up all the fucking people that don't like him. They could be my fans. She jumped onto that shit. And she's ridiculous. Like, she's just out there calling him an asshole, and he's just calling her a cunt back, and it's literally like the lowest form of fucking criticism of anything. She's just an ass, right? And I'm like thinking to myself, Chrissy Teigen, that name is familiar for some reason. I don't know where the fuck I'm getting it. And then after a couple of days of seeing stories of this shit, I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, where the fuck do I know this chick from? And then it hits me. There was a Sports Illustrated model, Chrissy Teigen. And I'm like, I'm like, well, she went fucking off the rails. I thought she was such a nice girl, right? Because I always thought she was such a nice... You usually think the Sports Illustrated models, they're always such nice girls. I don't know why. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, I always think, you look at the Sports Illustrated models and you go, those look like they're really nice girls. Thought she was a really nice girl, didn't think she'd stoop so low just for renown. Right? And, because she's already got fame. She's a Sports Illustrated model. That's a fucking thing. She's a beautiful girl, whatever. Well, why would she do this? So then I was like, maybe I'm not thinking of the same girl. Maybe who I'm thinking of is like Chrissy Teigen. Like, maybe it was Chrissy Teigen that was the Sports Illustrated model, and this chick is just like an ass. And then I saw a picture of her, and I was like, all right, yeah. Chrissy Teigen must have been the Sports Illustrated model, because this chick is, wow. Like, I don't know what the fuck, but it must be Chrissy Teigen. And then, life moves on. And I moved on, and I, didn't really give a shit about her, the whole fucking situation anymore. I figured I'd sussed it out. Chrissy Teigen, two different people. And then I see on YouTube, like, they had all these commercials for that Quibi, fucking whatever that is, the streaming thing. And I will say one of the things did look interesting. Where the chick picks up the dude, and he's like, oh, I'm a sociopath, and I'm gonna kill you. Like, that looked interesting as fuck. I would actually like to watch that. But then I see a commercial for it, and it's Chrissy Teigen, and she's like just being a cunt, and I'm like, awesome. She's just fucking this chick is just a cunt. Like, she's just being a fucking asshole. Like, don't fucking shit on me because I'm saying she's a cunt. That's my honest assessment of what I'm seeing. So if Chrissy Teigen watches this and doesn't like what I'm saying, quit acting like a cunt, and I won't think you are one. Right? So, and don't think you're getting a fucking apology from me. Ain't gonna happen. So, that happens, and I'm like, then she's in my fucking head again, and I'm like, whatever. And then, now, I hear about her again, and some cooking book lady, don't know her name, don't give a shit, she's a cooking book lady. I don't really cook. So I don't care. Cooking book lady, she's like, yeah, you see some of these people these days, and it's like, whoo. And she mentions Chrissy Teigen by name, and goes, yeah, I see what she's doing, and I aspire to that. Like, she's making a fucking spectacle of herself and being ridiculous, and that is not what I wanted to do. Like a normal person would say. And apparently, Chrissy Teigen is like a huge fan of this cooking book chick, because apparently Chrissy Teigen wrote a cooking book, and I'm like, alright, I definitely have this whole two persons thing sussed out. Chrissy Teigen, Sports Illustrated model, Chrissy Teigen, cookbook writer, right? I'm like, that now I'm getting the whole fucking thing, right? I got it all sussed out. And so, she was super upset, and she shut down her Twitter because she just didn't want to deal with the world. Everybody looking at her going, ha, your idol doesn't like you. She didn't want to deal with that shit. So she shut down her Twitter for a day, and apparently this chick found out about it, and my guess is she found out that Chrissy Teigen is a producer on her show and was like, oh shit, I gotta do damage control. So she came out and said, oh, I'm so sorry that you're offended, right? I didn't really mean to say that harshly and blah, 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 right? Yes, you did. First of all, fuck you. Yes, you did. You were in an interview. Like, if you're a professional person that does interviews, and I imagine that a cookbook author of some renown would be doing more than what, this isn't your first fucking interview, right? Like, you went into an interview thinking to yourself, I'm just going to willy-nilly it, I'm going to say whatever the fuck just comes into my head? Really? You thought that? Nah. My guess is that answer was reasonably well thought out. And true, she's making a spectacle of herself. And yeah, I can imagine why you wouldn't want to fucking aspire to that. I get it. Like, I'm with you, sister. You know? And she came out, apologized, and was like, oh, yeah. And then Chrissy Teigen reactivates her Twitter so that she can tweet back an acceptance. So everything has to be done live, right? This is the whole thing. This is the business we're in. So she had to do her thing. And her thing was essentially to say, yeah, you know, when I was younger, I said a bunch of dumbass shit that I fucking regret too. And I'm like, wow, like, you took that to the nth fucking degree. Man, you give a bitch an inch, you should call you a dumbass. Like that, whew, okay. And then apparently this chick came back and was like, yeah, you know, in this kind of business, all we have is each other. And I'm like, she's your producer. You think she's fucking ridiculous. If she wasn't a producer on that chick's show, my guess is she'd have probably been like, she's pissed, fuck her. Like, I don't know. Just saying. Like, that would have been my fucking response. And again, if you're watching this, I don't care. If you get upset, I don't care. Go ahead and trash me. It's just gonna make me more famous. Ding! I'll play your game. But, like, so then in preparation of making this video, here's where it gets interesting. I'm Googling Chrissy Teigen because I wanted to find a picture of Chrissy Teigen so that I could show the girl that I was mixing up this other chick with. And there's no Chrissy Teigen that was a Sports Illustrated model. There is, however, a Chrissy Teigen that was a Sports Illustrated model. And the Sports Illustrated model, Chrissy Teigen, looks slightly similar to the Chrissy Teigen that is currently in the current day. Similar enough that I was like, oh shit, it's the same girl. So, you know, just goes to show you that the Sports Illustrated models aren't as wholesome as they portray themselves to be.